Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Saturday, July 31st. We're going to be going over news headlines. Also, we'll have Saints updates and Olympic updates from the Summer Olympics. So we will have that today during the show. Also, if you want to come in video chat, you can go through the StreamYard links. We will send those links out to you. The link is going to be posted in the chat rooms of those platforms, so we will set those up for you. So let me go ahead and put that in. Give me a few seconds, and I'll set them up. Okay, that's in. Okay, everything, all three networks have the links from StreamYard. So Facebook, YouTube, Twitter has StreamYards. So come on, if you want to talk anything in the world of sports. We're going to go ahead and begin with Saints updates. So we're going to start. We're going to go over to the Saints Twitter page, and we're going to listen to Sean Payton talk about today's practice, and also Taysom Hill. We'll have Taysom Hill. We'll go ahead and give you Jameis Winston. So we will be giving you those in order. So let's go ahead and do that as we go. So let me set these up. Give me 1 second to set these up. Okay, we'll set this up. Give me a second. So let me get the share. I'll get the audio in. Okay, Sean Payton talking about practice today. So let's go hear from him.
Guys that we view as more inside, there's guys that we view as outside guys. I mentioned at the start of everything that it's a position we're still looking at heavily, and in the meantime, you got to work on developing those that are here. So it's kind of our approach right now. Yeah, look, he had an excused absence, and I'll leave it at that with a death in the family.
Jalen Dalton, I think you guys had him in camp last year. You got hurt around. What were you able to see from him last year every time?
Well, and obviously enough where you want to develop and bring him back. I think he's obviously healthy now, and someone that we're going to look to see what kind of progress he can make. This will be an important camp for him.
Sean, could you please assist Gilligan tonight from front?
Yeah, it was pretty sharp. Yesterday we had some big punts, but it was kind of like a home run or strikeout, and that's a young player. But it's good to have a live leg, and we got to see glimpses of that from him a year ago. But I thought that period was good, and it was pretty impressive.
Depending on how the training camp goes with the quarterbacks, could you ever envision in the NFL something or is that just not your?
I don't know. Look, we always try to go by what we see and pay attention to what we're watching, and then how do we win the first game and go from there. But generally speaking, I think it's important to have a stable leader in there at that position. But again, we'll keep going through the process here and evaluating all the reps and how those guys are both doing. They both had some really good days. They both had some really good throws. So, but they put a ton of time in both of them and been fantastic working together. So, it'll kind of take care of itself, I think.
So I say this, like those throws, what he's saying about Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston, he said they had some pretty good throws now. I mean, once again, this is still training camp. We got the word. The word's got to go out for whoever gets it. I mean, that's one thing about it. Look, you're not going to have Taysom Hill just come in and win it easily. He's got to compete for it. Same thing with Jameis Winston. He's got to compete for the quarterback positions. I mean, look, that's something they're going to have to do. I mean, and also the special teams was had a pretty good camp today. So that's one thing about it. He's going to stress is that field position, because that field position could determine if you're going to win the game or if you're going to lose the game or if you're going to get the ball or if you're not going to get the ball. That's what's the biggest concern going into this training camp. So that is what they're talking about. So let's go ahead and listen to more from Sean Payton talking about today's training camp.
Sean, how small sample size to get better? He's done a good job of concentrating on quicker, efficient, shorter throws.
Well, I told him yesterday, I said, every time you guys check a ball down to the running back, you'll get an article written. So, yeah, look, and I understand it. It's all part of the offense, and you're wanting to see some of the traits that maybe has made this offense go, and yet it'll evolve and take on a little bit of a new life of its own based on who's playing quarterback. But, a lot of drills that you get into might be more coverage-based, and you're going to have to throw it underneath, and then there's going to be some drills where, they're going to force you to throw the ball down the field. But both those guys are focused, obviously, on being patient, understanding what the defense is trying to take away, and playing them a little bit more efficiently.
Sean, interior line's ability to get downfield and block on some of the screens, does that help the back be even more patient?
Yeah, it's still something, yes, to answer your question. And I would say, I think we can be, and we need to be a better screen team. Now, there's a lot that goes into that, the timing of it. The runner and the offensive line being on the same page. And then there's some weeks, based on the front you're seeing, they're not going to be as effective. So other weeks, it might be a high priority play based on the technique of how the rush is happening. But I think we can be better in that area this upcoming year.
Have you seen Granderson progress from when he got here?
Man, he's matured a lot. His body has grown, and clearly understands our system.
Yes, I say this about the screen game. Absolutely. That's another thing we're going to be focusing on. It's the screen game, because that screen game we had a couple of years ago, it worked to perfection. But once again, you have defensive linemen and linebackers looking at those screens. So that's why we have to have an effective screen game. And also, that is the job of the offensive line, to make sure we have a perfect screen game for so they won't, like I said, get caught in that backfield. So that's something right there we have to just work on during this training camp period.
I said earlier, that group is a good-looking group, and he's part of it. I'm encouraged with, seeing his progress and also his flexibility to be able to play in the kicking game some too.
You were looking at him coming out. Was he somebody you kind of projected could add on physically?
Yeah. To answer that question, yeah, I think we felt like he had the frame to gain weight and muscle mass, and he's been able to do that. All right, thank you.
So once again, Brian Poole, we'll have Brian Poole in a second. So Sean Payton, he had some pretty good, a lot of good compliments for the defense and the offense and the special teams. So that's something right there. So let's go ahead and listen to what Brian Poole had to say. He's the wide receiver that we just signed. So let me go ahead and put that up.
How do you form into this run?
So I was in Atlanta for 3 years. We had a lot of good matchups against the Saints. Won some, lost some, but I mean, this was an organization that just always had a winning culture. So, I just always had to do it.
What kind of attitude does it set you with this defense, and what kind of attitude do you hope to break through?
It's a fast, it's a aggressive, it's a physical defense, and I feel like that's what my playing style was.
Just previously playing in the NFC South, help you get adjusted here?
I mean, I would say that, but I mean, you know, like I try to start fresh every year. You know, I try not to use the pass or anything. I just try to start fresh every year.
When you're like waiting for that call to come and the right opportunity, like that head coach, you can kind of keep yourself like put football shape.
I mean, it's worked out. I mean, I got a trainer down in Florida that I trained with. Really good trainers. I mean, he was able to keep me in shape, keep me ready to go.
Anybody you covered here the past couple of days that stands out? Just interviews for
I mean, all the receivers are good. I mean, to be honest, I would say.
He's going to be a viable receiver for the Saints. I mean, I think he will, because his name's going to be called sooner rather than later. So once again, Saints training camp going on in Metairie. So we're going to be going over some more clips with Taysom Hill. Let me go switch over to Taysom Hill now, and you can hear from Taysom Hill.
Upper body, backside shoulder, big emphasis, and so forth.
So is that the purpose for that? Is like
Let me get that button.
That's the word in it.
Yeah. Well, I think as a thrower, it's more important to have a stronger backside, than it is your front side shoulder, and it's naturally to work your front side muscles than it is your backside. And I can tell you, for me, historically, when I get sore, it's all your decel motions from taking so many reps and throwing so many balls. And so throughout my career here, I was always trying to find that balance of being strong enough to do what I was going to be asked to do, but, still be able to throw a ball and so forth. And so there was definitely a transition there.
You mentioned this offseason too, you were working on your footwork.
Yeah.
You feel like paying off?
Yeah, for sure. I think, and I think just having another year in the off season just to play quarterback, my comfort level in the offense, throwing things in rhythm, has felt really good. This was day 3, so by no means do I feel like I'm ready to roll right now. But we had 3 really solid days' work, and I think the offseason has been good for me.
So that just helps get the ball out quicker?
Yeah, I think the idea is as you play quarterback, I think your feet really, from a timing standpoint, are telling your eyes where they need to go, and your eyes follow your feet. And so the more you can train that, the more instinctive it becomes. And I think overall, the better player you are.
Okay, so are you really at the point right now where the offense is second nature? Like, like the back of your hand? I know you always been leaning on Drew. And,
yeah. I think that there are levels to that. So as you talk about understanding the offense the way that Drew did, or Coach does, I certainly don't feel like I'm there. But every year you become more comfortable in what you're doing, and I would say every year I have a different emphasis of what we're trying to do. And I think you come into camp and you're trying to find this balance of not really scheming or game planning against your defense. But I think my comfort level inside the offense is higher now that you can spend more time about what the defense is doing versus what offensively what your expectations are.
How you kind of work the competition?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year is the same for me. So, this year there's a competition between Jameis and I and who's going to play, but the expectation for myself never changes, So my routine, the things that I'm consistently working on, that sort of stuff doesn't change from year to year. And so the way that I've approached this year has been different because my role is different, but from a competition standpoint, what I'm doing and how I'm working is all the same.
Sean Payton said he joked with you guys that we're going to write an article every time you check down to the running back. Are we wrong put a microscope on that, or is that a big emphasis to make those kind of throws?
That's the first time I've heard that from Coach. I don't really know what to make of that. I think the emphasis is making the right decision, So it's taking the shot downfield when you have it, and then knowing when to check it down to get to the next play. So I think it comes down to making the right decision. So I'm not sure what he was alluding to there, but
Well, I think we kind of made a big deal last year about he didn't connect with Alvin a lot in those early games after he, so often is targeted 7 and 8 times a game. Is that not as easy, quote unquote, or natural a throw as people might think? Just throwing to a running back in the flash.
I mean, I think that there are so many things that goes into a game plan, what you're trying to accomplish. So, I can go back and look at several plays that I had last year that I wish I would have done something differently. That if guys are open downfield, then we're going to give them chances. And obviously, you're trying to get the ball to these playmakers, and Alvin's one of the best at his position. So we're trying to do that. Sometimes we manufacture it where he's the number one read. But I think as a quarterback, you can't cripple yourself. If you have something downfield, you're not going to check it down. Just to check it down.
What did you take away from the balance between running and throwing? I mean, did you almost come away from those starts last year thinking you could have run more?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think as a running quarterback or someone who can run, I think you kind of get pigeonholed sometimes that, like, if you do run, that is, it's like a mistake almost, or you shouldn't do it. But I can tell you that my mindset is no different than most quarterbacks. That if there's a guy downfield and you're having the ball having an opportunity to get the ball out of your hand, then you're going to do that. I think the thing for me is there are certain coverages that are really enticing for dual threat QB to take off and run. And at the end of the day, it's all about having good plays, back-to-back good plays, first downs, move the chains, and to go and score. And I do think it is a difficult balance sometimes as a dual threat quarterback to find that. But I try to stay true to my reads. There's nothing there. The great thing is I can make something happen.
Last one again.
James? Yeah. I love working with Jameis. Jameis he works really hard. I think he's really smart, and he's got a lot of experience, playing the position. And so I think the culture here is kind of different. I'd say Drew was a great mentor. And allowed all of us to pick his brain. And he's obviously not here, but between the four of us in the QB room, we're always working together. Giving feedback if someone makes a good decision. We certainly let them know that we thought it was a good decision, a good throw. And if there are questions, there are plenty of times where, I might make a throw, but I want to see what happened on the backside of that. I'll come back and I'll ask James or Trevor and Ian and so forth, or the coaches. And we've got a really, really good room and a group that really works well together. Thanks, guys.
All right, Taysom Hill. We'll go ahead and play Jameis Winston. So I'm gonna set it up, and we'll play Jameis Winston. So let me get that Jameis Winston clip up. We'll do that in a second. So we should have Jameis Winston. Let me grab it. Let me go ahead and grab that. There's the So let's go.
Sean and Drew's relationship gave me a good grasp of the system. Obviously, reps is what's important. This year, I probably got more reps in 3 days than I got all last year. So it's an incredible feeling to be able to have an opportunity to go out there and execute, because I'm more of a visual learner. I like to apply what we're doing, apply to certain concepts, and I'll learn better that way. So it's been fun, and I think I'm getting a good grasp of it. But obviously, my objective is to get better every single day, and I know with a great head coach, his resume speaks for itself, and we got great guys in that quarterback room, and we're helping each other, and we're building.
James, how much more confidence do you have to be aggressive as a passer when you're gunning for a starting role as a quarterback compared to last year when you fill in for Drew? I feel like sometimes, I don't want to assume anything, but maybe you want to manage the game a little bit more and not turn it over, especially when you come in like in the middle of a game after Drew goes out. Does that make sense? Like, do Are you able to be more aggressive when you're gunning for a starting role and kind of cut it loose a little more?
I think it depends on the situation, right? I think our defense does a great job of mixing up coverages, especially right now. I mean, they probably have 3 installs in it. So we have a great a defense that makes you check the ball down, right? But when those opportunities are there to get big plays, you want to execute them. We did that pretty well today. I know Taysom had a nice back shoulder to Marquez Callaway in a spear. So when you get those opportunities, you want to execute on those. But my main goal is again to really perfect this offense, and whatever they need me to do, I'm able to do.
You mentioned the amount of reps you're getting now. Do you feel that what you've learned, are you able to apply everything, and does it feel any different? Do you feel like you've made growth since last year, just being around here?
Yes, I feel like I'm getting better every single day. But one thing that helps, and I'm telling you, when you're able to watch greatness run it, you build a mentality that you just like. I can go and watch pillars of him do it, right? So I'm just trying to.
It wasn't just on the field stuff. I mean, you guys,
That's what this is.
a couple of y'all, so you got to know each other real well. I mean, how important was that, just on field before and off field, just to kind of get to know the people even more that you've been playing with?
Man, like I said, continuity. Like the more times I can see him getting in and out of a break, the better for us. Right, we want to be on the same page. He's one of our elite receivers, and we have to be on the same page together. So it was definitely a privilege to get to work with one of my main guys, down in Tampa, and it was fun. And you've seen how I translate out here on the field. That probably was our first incompletion today on the freaking slip, and we'll take that incompletion today. We know that. I mean, sometimes it happens.
What about just the importance of being able to spend time together? Maybe because you can work, and then you're all doing meetings and such, but just kind of that one-on-one, two-on-one, just.
Well, I often say that teamwork makes the dream work, right? So the more I just get to know who that guy is, he gets to know who I am. You kind of build that trust, right? So it's one of those situations where you look that guy in the eye, and he's like, yeah, I know what page you're on, and I know what page he's on. So anytime you can build that team camaraderie, but anyone, offensive line, that's why Sean, promotes gatherings. But with COVID and all, we couldn't do that, right? So we kind of lost that aspect of that team building. So the only time we get to spend time together is in this locker room. So we definitely got to take advantage of that. But this offseason, being able to spend time with Deontay, Lil Jordan, TQ, and Alex Troutman, and Juwan, and Nick, and all those guys, like you just know, like when we get on the field, like, hey, we've been here before, right? We already executed these plays, so it's a different type of connection.
You said earlier in this offseason that one of the main things you learned from Drew was the decision making and taking what's there sometimes instead of trying to make it big. Is it a coincidence that in the first couple practices we saw a lot of quick slants and checkdowns, or is that you're going against a lot of
it wasn't decision making. It's like we're making money off of decisions, not results. So we're not result oriented. That's the big thing. And once you get completions, we're doing good, right? We have a great defense. We have a great offensive line. Like defense, they get tired when they see complete, right? They want you to shake it down. But I think that's what Drew would perfected over the last 3 years of his career of just long defenses and sleeping and boom, boom, over their head. And there you go, a touchdown.
Can you share with us after the Tampa playoff game what Drew shared with you, the fans? I know, like, did he? It was almost like a passing of the torch, or can you share what he told you?
No, he just motivated me, man. Like, I'm gonna keep that between me and Drew. Like I said, I seen that guy go through all the things he had to go through last year. So just for him to be able to be aware, be present, to share something with me, and that was probably his last game. That was a privilege and an honor. So I'm gonna keep that between us. I think he'll respect that.
Have you just say
Yes.
Is that check down mentality? Is that a significant change for you at all?
No, it isn't. It is not no shakedown mentality. It's take what they give you, right? And I think that's one thing our coaches preach. We want to, like on my resume, I said, elite progressions. Like we want to do that. Me, Taysom, all the quarterbacks, we want to be elite in our progressions, right? Typically, offense always says, someone is always open, right? So we want to be able to move through those progressions quickly and be able to get balls completely.
How did you guys take the Mike Thomas news?
Man, I was devastated. Like, he's one of the best receivers in the game, right? But the thing about Mike Thomas, he's working his tail off to get back with us, right? So it's not like we have a guy that's not going to be working. This guy is one of the most dominant receivers over the past 5 years. This guy has a tremendous work ethic. This guy wants to be here. So I guarantee you, Mike Thomas is working his tail off right now to get back with us. And that's what we're going to be able to cherish. We're going to remember this year from Mike Thomas, right? All great players go through adversity. I had some adversity where I had to sit the bench all of last year, right? So all great players go through adversity. Mike Thomas is going to bounce back stronger than ever. And that's what this culture is with the Saints organization. Before I even got there, the past 4 years, this team has been winning. This team has been together. So we're going to embrace our teammates. We're going to love on our teammates. And we're going to have their back until they get back.
Does that end that relationship? I mean, were people upset with him or anything like that? Or was...
No, we're uplifting him. We're encouraging our teammates here. That's what we do. We got his back. I got his back, 100%.
It's early, but early impressions of Ian Book in the meeting room, and you're smiling. So.
Yeah, I love Ian. He has to be more prepared, especially on his rookie performances. He can't get called out in the team meeting and not be able to prepare. Like he has to be ready to sing his song. But all jokes aside, Ian's been doing really good. He's been very receptive. I love our quarterback room, even with Trevor, Taste. All of us have great relationships, man. We're all building to help each other out because the thing is about this team, right? As quarterbacks, we have to put the team in front of all of us. We all have our individual goals, right? We all have our individual accomplishments that we want to accomplish on the field. But collectively, we want to be able to make the team go. And I think we're together, and I think we're all doing that.
And it's, you kind of referenced it on the bench last year. And, I know you know what was going to happen. You know you were going to be competing for a starting job when you got that first practice in, and you know that you're out there doing it. Like, you reflect on that first.
Yeah, it's always a great opportunity to have a chance to be 132, right? And like I said, man, we got great coaches. I have a great team, man. I'm so blessed to be a part of this team more than anything else, And you can't put a price on having an opportunity to be the NFL quarterback. I mean, I think it's one of the most desired positions in all of sports is to be a quarterback, and I have a great chance to be that.
Jimmy, you mentioned that play where Traquan Smith slipped. Can you go through the next play from your eyes, the lengthy pass to Deontay? Is that just good coverage from that play?
Well, obviously I want that play back. But I mean, that's the thing. It's next play mentality, right? Incompletions, we're gonna live with incompletion. But again, with the connections, the more and more we rep that, the later on in camp you're gonna see us connected on that. The more and more we have, reps where we feel the cornerback trying to stand inside, the more and more I can communicate with Deontay on film, watching the film like, hey, running like this. Hey, how do you want that ball? Do you want me to drive that ball a little bit more? Hey, do you want me to lay that ball out a little bit more? And I think that's what leads to execution, right? That's the most important thing. You can run the play over and over and over again, but the execution may lead you to another place in the progression. So I know me and Deontay worked that ball a lot this offseason, not against a defensive player like Crawley. So we're going to continue to get better at that, and we're going to start executing on that.
You usually only have time to write down whether it's completion or incompletion, so it's just always helpful to hear y'all's perspective of what actually happened.
Oh yeah. Listen, incompletions are not a bad thing, but we want the ball in our playmakers' hands.
Do you have any? I was talking to Pete Carmichael yesterday. He just talked about how much you guys really sort of poured over almost every throw you made in your career. What were you thinking there? Was that something that took place last year or even this offseason? And have you done a deep dive like that, really?
Every year I get a chance to do a self-scout of myself. But, I mean, this year, I have so many people to self-scout. I mean, we had Tom Brady playing in offense that I played in the year before. We had Matt Ryan playing in offense with Dirk Cutter in Atlanta. We had Drew Brees playing this offense. We had three great quarterbacks playing in this division, right? In offense that I know. And we had Teddy playing in Sean's offense in Carolina. So self-scout was kind of a little bit easier because in our conference while we were watching against defenses in our conference, I was able to watch each concept against different defenses. And I was able to watch four great quarterbacks execute in those systems. So I was able to take some things from them. I was able to take some things that I learned from my experience in those offenses. And obviously this newer offense with Sean, I'm able to see different concepts and stuff that I enjoy here. It was an amazing year for me in terms of just growth of learning football overall because I had so many pieces in place to be able to take things from.
When did y'all do that? I guess how long did it take?
That's a whole off-season thing, and actually during the season, right? I was able to communicate with some of the guys about just like, hey, like this is what he's thinking, like Tom and Matt, this is what they're thinking because I've been in those offenses, and as I watched them, right, I peeped them every single week. I peeped the Bucks, I peeped Atlanta, and sometimes of Carolina. Not much of Carolina because we run the same offense, but I was peeping Atlanta and Tampa Bay every week. Conceptually on their offense, just because I've been in those offenses.
Do you have any early impressions of 17, Jalen McCluskey?
I think he's a flop. I think my cousin Esau Winston is a great player. We got a lot of great targets. Like I said, as our job as quarterback is keeping the ball. I think everyone's doing a great job right now.
Yeah, Harris. Yeah, I'm thinking of obviously he was a Pro Bowl return man. Special teams has been his primary responsibility early in his career. Are there, just watching your connection with him, you outline why he might have a more prominent role as a receiver in the offense?
Well, I just think because he's an excellent football player. A lot of guys might be specialists. A lot of guys might be just deemed as a receiver or running back. But I think the thing that our organization does is we recruit. Well, we get great football players. I know y'all heard the term, the more you can do, right? Obviously, he's trying to elevate himself higher. I definitely think he's capable of doing anything he puts his mind to. Obviously, he's made some plays for us in the passing game as well. I remember Minnesota facing him for that big post, right? Like, so his role is definitely going to expand just because he's so talented and he's an elite football player.
It seems like there's something that we were really looking for him, especially that first practice where we kind of pause and then go and get into that touchdown. I know you're talking about that.
Yeah. Anytime he's on the field, like I said, I'm going through my progressions, and if he's open, I'm gonna give him a rock. He's not. I'm gonna find AK or Tay underneath or someone underneath to get the ball to him. It's completions. It's about completions.
You didn't have to find an AK in number 6 today, did you?
Nah, but I know AK ain't gonna be wearing number 6. Man. But shout out to Timo, man. That was a great number 6 in this organization for a long time. We definitely miss him. I know he's doing a great job.
He actually retweeted something about him wearing number 6. And he was like, "What a great choice!"
Well, I bet AK is the only person that he probably let wear 6. But AK, I'm gonna break that check on wearing number 6. I guarantee. All right, thank you guys. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to put a face to the voices. All right, look forward to seeing y'all later. All right.
Like I said, I think Jameis Winston. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's gonna be a better quarterback because he's gonna go through those pressures. When they come up and pressure him, he's gonna have to get them balls underneath. And sure, he has interception problems and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, if he can get those little, maybe about little, I could say 5 to 10 yard pass plays that can help him out. That would be a viable asset to him. Sure, he can hum the ball. Don't get me wrong. He has some touchdown, and he also had interception problems. But the truth of the matter is, it will work itself out. He's talking about completions. I mean, he can live with those incompletions, but can't throw interceptions. Cannot throw interceptions because that could cost your team big time. So that's my saying on it. If you want to comment about it, what Jameis Winston said, you can post your comments in the chat room, or if you want to come on camera, the StreamYard links are posted. So once again, this is concludes the Saints training camp updates. So we will be having those updates throughout the season. So let's go ahead and we'll switch this out, and we will begin our Olympic updates. So our daily Olympic updates here on Sports Talk. So let's go ahead and begin our weekly Olympic our daily Olympic updates. So we're going to go through the first couple of results in the sports. So we're going to begin. I'm going to begin, and let's go over to baseball. Let's go over to the baseball. United States win over South Korea 4-2. Also, the knockout stage will be at 10 o'clock tonight, so they will have a game tonight at 10 p.m. Central. So that's whoever's in that tournament. Now, let's go over to the basketball side. Once again, I know a lot of people is interested in what the United States did. Okay, United States win 119-84 against the Czech Republic. That was earlier this morning. Also, Australia winning 89-76. So let's give you some numbers on what happened in the game between the United States and Czech Republic. So I'm going to give you those stat numbers. Let me put those up on my screen. Okay, let's go over the player stats. I'm going to go through the United States player stats. Okay, let's see. Point production. Let's see. I'm looking for it right now. Okay, Zach LaVine had 19 points. Kevin Durant had 23, so 23 points for him. So 13 points for Zach LaVine, 8 points for Damian Lillard, 27 points for Jason Tatum, so 27 points. Also, JaVale McGee had 10 points, and also Drew Holiday had 11, so he shot 5 of 7 from the floor. So the only one that actually hit threes was Jason Tatum. He went 5 for 10 in the game. So that was in Draymond Green. Let's see. Draymond Green had 8 points as well. So Draymond had 8 as well. Also, Booker had 5 as well. So let's give you the stats on this game. Okay, once again, United States shot 62% from the floor. Czech Republic did shoot 50. 2-point shooting, United States did shoot 81%, 25 out of 31 shots. And Czech Republic shot 52%. 3-point shooting, they went 20. So they knocked down 23-point shots. So that's amazing right there. 20 of 42. That's good for 48%. So that's why I say they can get into that gold medal round or the bronze medal round sooner rather than later. Okay, 36 rebounds. Offense had 7 rebounds for the United States. That was in the turnovers was 15-10 in favor of the Czech Republic. So that was what happened today in basketball. United States wins 119-84. So a complete game for the United States. So the next game, we'll go to the next schedule. Canada and Spain will play in the women's Group A tournament. That will be later on. And also Japan will be playing around 11:40 tonight. So let's give you the standings right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put those standings up on the screen. So we'll give you those basketball standings. This is a preliminary rounds. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, once again in Group A, United States is 2-1 as of right now, followed by the Czech Republic at 1-2, and Iran at 0-3. So that was also Australia's 3-0 in Group B. Italy 2-1. They're in second. Also, Germany in third with 1-2. Nigeria with 0-4. Also, Slovenia 2-0. Spain 2-0, and Argentina and Japan both at 0-2. So that is your Olympic. So the medal round will begin. Let's see. We'll put that up on the screen. We'll give you the medal rounds information. Okay, the medal round will begin on August the 2nd. Whoever gets in there will be in the medal rounds. They'll have 2 games. They'll have an 8 and 11:40 game. Also August 3rd. So the gold medal game will be, let's see, on Friday, August 6th. So Friday, August 6th, and then the bronze medal game will be on a Saturday. So after the gold medal game. So that gold medal game will begin. So let's go through more Olympic coverage. So I'm going to go through another sports. So let's see what else we have. We have field hockey. We'll go through the field hockey results. Okay, field hockey results. Netherlands win 3-1. Great Britain wins 2-0. And Germany will take on Argentina, and Australia will take on the Netherlands. That will be at 10 p.m. Central. And let's go over to the handball competition and see what's happening on there. Handball competition. France loses 28-27. Brazil loses 34-31 to Sweden. Also, Spain loses 29-25. And also, Norway wins 29-27. Portugal will take on Japan. And also, Bahrain will take on Egypt. That will be later on this evening in the handball competition. So let's go over to, let's see, go over to volleyball. We'll give you a volleyball result. So volleyball results. Turkey wins 3-0. Brazil wins 3-1. Also, South Korea wins 3-2. China wins 3-0. You got the games will be later on this evening. Canada, Poland, and Brazil taking on France. That'll be later on this evening. We'll go over to water polo and see what's happening in the water polo competition. So this is from a couple of days ago. So we don't have an update on that. So we will move along. And we'll go over to track and field. Let's see what's happening in okay, track and field competition began today. So let's give you the results on the long jump competition. That's one of the events. I'm going to give you the long jump. Okay, once again, Cuba wins first. They're in first place. Greece in second. Japan in third. Jamaica in fourth. And United States come in fifth. So top 5 right there for the United States. So that's in the men's long jump competition. So we'll go back over to track and field. Okay, the women's 100, that is the semifinals. So let's give you those semifinal results. Okay, Jamaica finishes first and second. That's in the semifinal. Also, let's see, that's Ireland looks like finishes in third. Jamaica finishes in fourth. United States finishes in sixth. So they're in the top 6 qualifiers. So also, United States finishes 13th and 14th. So 6th, 13th and 14th. So it looks like these two are out of the competition for the 100. So let's see what else we have. We're going to give you Olympic results. Okay, let's go ahead and give you the men's 100. We have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. So that will be, let's go over to the men's 100 meter results. I'm going to go ahead and put those up on the screen, and we'll read them out. Okay, this is our round one. Okay, Canada finishes in first. Italy finishes in second. United States finishes in third. Also in 8th place, so United States, and then 12th place. So a top 3 finisher. So one that's in 3rd place is Fred Kerry. So that is one of the top 3 finishers in the men's 100. So the men's 100 meter race. So we'll go through more of these track and field. So we're going to go through some more track and field. So once again, the finals. This was the discus. So let's give you that's a medal match. So it's the finals. Okay, your top 3 finishers is Sweden, Sweden and Austria. So your top 3 finishers is Sweden is Austria, finishing in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So that's in the Olympics. So the gold goes to David Steele. Also, Simon Peterson gets the silver, and Lucas Wasser Henniger finishes that he gets the bronze. So that is in the discus competition. So we'll go over some more stuff, more Olympic track and field results. So I'm going over more of them. Okay, the women's 800. So we'll go through those. We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. Yep. So, okay, this is earlier this morning, the women's 800. So let's go through those highlights. Those results. No, Kate is calling. I'll call back in a few minutes. We're still doing. We're on the air. So, okay. Once again, United States finishes in first, so they qualified for the to get in the so first for the United States, Ethel, I think it's what finishes in second. Great Britain finishes in 3rd and 4th. And that's in the 800 meters race. So we'll go over some more results in just a second. Got more results to give you. Okay, this is the final. This is a gold medal. This is a match right here. So this is the mix 4 by 400 to 4 by 400. Okay, Poland wins the gold. Silver goes to the Dominican Republic, and the United States wins the bronze. So the United States gets a medal in the 4 by 400 relay. So congratulations, United States. So Poland once again gold medal. So that is in the that's in the 4 by 400 relays. Okay, we'll see what else we have. Okay, we'll go over the women's 100 meter. That's a final, so let's give you a final on that one. Final results on this one. So I'm gonna go over that one. Okay, Jamaica finishes in the top 3. So top 3 finish for Jamaica. Thompson, Fraser, and Jackson both get gold, silver, and bronze. United States finishes in 7th place in the women's 100 meters. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the hammer throw, so we're going to go through the hammer throw. No, that looks like that's going to be later on this evening, so hammer throw. And also the shot put will be a medal match. That'll be a final. That'll be around 8:35. So once again, track and field coverage will continue this week. So let's go ahead and finish up. So that's let's get this finished. Okay, we're gonna go over some Twitters. So we're gonna go over some Twitters, Twitter news of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let me get this switched over to the Twitters. I'm gonna switch it over to the Twitter side. So let me drop this out, and I'm gonna switch it over to Twitter. Okay, once again, the service of Saints training camp day 3. Found at Saints News Network. You can follow them. Also, Isaac talking about the Miami Dolphins training camp that's going on as we speak. Okay, Tim Tebow looked big at camp, so that's the Jacksonville Jaguars camp. That's football on wrap. Follow them at football on wrap. So good pass play from Tim Tebow. Okay, once again, Giants signed Damian Willis. So the Giants signed Damian Willis to a contract. So that's what happened. So that's in on NFL Trade Rumors. Follow them at NFL Trade Rumors. Also, the Pelicans extend an offer to both Josh Hart and Alonzo Ball. So that would make them restricted free agents. So I think they should take it. They want to be back on this team and stuff like that. So I think they absolutely should take it, because that's just like I said. If we can keep those guys and use them in the lineups, that would be a great investment. So once again, this is from Andrew Lopez. Follow him at Andrew Lopez. Okay, let's see what else we have. So, okay, Wojo. Let's see what Wojo has to say. Okay, Wojo, Bobby Portis declining a $3.8 million player option. So he will become a free agent. So that is from Adrian Wojnarowski. Follow him at ESPN. That's Adrian Wojo, ESPN. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, DBL action. Florida team is 92-63 was your final. That was in the quarterfinals of the TBL Classic. Also, let's see what else we can discuss, and then we'll wrap it up for this for today. Okay, let's see. Let's put this up on the screen. Okay, A's place Jason Capron. I don't want to butcher these guys' names. On the 10-day to save 10-day designated Domingo Acevedo and Josh Wilson on assignment. So this is from Major League Baseball Trade Rumors. Follow them at MLB Trade Rumors. See what else we have. I'm gonna check to see what else we have. Okay, we'll wrap it up. Okay, Deadspin. I'm looking to see what else they have. I'm looking, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, looks like we don't have much to talk about, so okay, let's wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same bad channel. We'll talk. We'll have Saints updates. We'll also have Olympic updates as well. So we will have that for you tomorrow. So you can join us tomorrow. So everybody, once again, please stay hydrated out there. Once again, it's a extreme heat advisory. We don't want to see anybody getting seriously hurt with these extreme heat advisories. So this is just a message from me. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to tell you what to do, but it is entirely dangerous. So we will see you tomorrow.